what is going on in Powered Fitness. So if you know, I kind of make long videos here, so just kind of showing you what actually goes into making healthy habits today. And just we're starting in the kitchen today, and so hopefully you won't scroll by this too quick here, but the bottom line is when we're trying to, hey, keep on top of our weight, because it's not easy. I don't think anybody's got a easy time maintaining their weight. I would probably say 90% of us, 95% of us are not happy with how we look, you know. And so that's why, you know, I decided back in May that everything I used to do was no longer working, you know, as far as maintaining my health. And what I mean by that was I couldn't control my weight no more. It would just, what I used to could do, I could no longer do anymore. You know, I could work out all I wanted to do, and it didn't move the needle whatsoever. So the guy that's supposed to be helping you guys, the system quit working for him. So that's where I'm at today. I started back in May. So I've been training fairly good for three months now. And with all that to tell you that if you really want to stay on top of your weight, you have to, it all starts here in the kitchen. And I know that's some crazy old cliche that I've heard for a long time, but it is so true. I just finished, you know, my gym's in the garage, so it's right outside the door here. But that is only maybe like 20% of how I can maintain or how I lose my weight. You know, it's everything I do as far as losing weight, most of it happens right here in this kitchen. And so, and I kind of want to focus on this as we start moving forward with this here. So it's all about what you eat, okay? And most of us don't even know what to eat. Most people are going to say, well, I'll just eat a good salad today or something like that, and they'll call it good. And that just really misses the mark there. So education is everything. And to learn as much as you can about what works for you and what doesn't work, and instead of just guessing at it. So that was the biggest thing for me. So I'll try to go through a day that what I'm doing. So the day in the life of Rob is I eat under 1,800 calories, and I don't go hungry. Now I do have a sweet tooth, and that's probably the biggest weakness I have, but I never get hungry. So 1,800 calories for a lot of people may not sound like a lot. But I'm in what they call a calorie reduction right now, which I should be eating closer to 2,300 calories just to stay on top of the game. But I don't. I'm cutting in 500 calories a day. And that 500 calories a day is supposedly to help lose about a pound a week. But what happens on that also is the weekends. And I'm probably going to lose all you guys because this is getting long here, is a lot of times we'll blow it on the weekends, you know, and it's easy to do. So I will lose weight all week long and then come back on the weekends and mostly get water weight, which is from having too many carbs and too much sodium there. So today, anyway, make it real short here. Today I am just having eggs and egg whites and a little bit of cheese here. So I'm focusing on high protein, which basically is eggs, meat, and chicken, and any sources of protein I can get. And then we also we kind of go low on carbs, about 150 carbs a day. and then the fat falls in there also. I don't quite remember. But with all that said, I've been able to definitely lose belly fat, which is the most important thing to me is belly fat. You know, it don't look healthy on a man or a woman there. So anyway, where I'm going with all this is that I truly believe, from what I'm being taught, that diet alone and just movement, not even in the gym, but if you combine diet with just walking, well, a minimum of 10 grand a day, you can lose that weight that you've wanted to do for all of these years. Now, I know some of you guys have worked with me before in the past and you had mixed results, but the real winner behind this whole thing here, and I'm sharing with you the ups and downs of all of this, is you have to be dedicated to yourself. So you don't have to be like a gym rat or a fitness fanatic or anything like that. You just have to make simple choices about your nutrition. It's really all that it takes, and just move more, you know, and that's it. That's just making it as simple as I can there. So I'm going to finish cooking these eggs here, and this is how I start just about every day. And that's 3 eggs and 1 cup of egg whites. I know that sounds like a lot, but in the grand scheme of things, it's maybe like 350 calories. All right, that's it, guys. I will try to post something tomorrow. I'll show you some of my lunches and meals and things like that, and just show you a typical day of what eating's like. All right, you guys take care. And in closing, I do want to come up with a 30-day challenge soon, probably in September. All right, and I think we could have something like maybe fit by January 1st, or at least in better shape by January 1st. All right, you guys take care. I'll talk to you later. See ya.